Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. Word is bond, love is love. Like, comment, subscribe, or do all the above. And if you ain't doing anything today, follow my Instagram. Ruger Rose 23 is the place to be. All right. So we got a big day tomorrow. There's a lot going on tomorrow. If you really think about it, there's a lot going on tomorrow. Smack Volume 10, Charlie Clips versus Calico. Finally going down. It's going down tomorrow. You got the Celtics versus the Warriors for the first time since the NBA Finals tomorrow. You got Ring of Honor Final Battle tomorrow. And, of course, the reason why we are here right now is the final pay-per-view for WWE as a whole. It is NXT Deadline. And, I call it like I always call it. It's looking very interesting. So, we're going to get into this. We're going to break it down. Because we got a first time ever match for the men and the women. So, we definitely going to discuss that. But, yeah, 5 matches. The usual. I think it's the first time all year and the first time in a long time that we're not going to have the NXT Women's Championship defended. So that's different. That's different, but we're going to get to it. All right. 5 matches. Let's go. So, first match we're going to talk about is the match that actually got booked. Actually, 2 matches got booked on NXT this past Tuesday. But the first one I'm going to talk about is the NXT Tag Team titles on the line, as Pretty Deadly will defend against the New Day. Yes, I'm talking Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day. This was so random, I can't even explain it to you. Like, I'm really sitting there like, man, is Kofi and X that bored? Like damn, they really had nothing to do. On top of that, the NXT Tag Team Champions didn't have anybody either. So it's like, well, you take that, and then you take main roster team ain't got nothing. Just bring them down for one match. Boom. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be a bad match. I think it's going to be a pretty okay match, but I think we already know that Pretty Deadly is going to win. Which is, yeah, they're pretty much going to win. I don't see any interference happening. I don't see any shenanigans. Maybe based in the match itself, but I don't see anything unlikely to happen, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got Pretty Deadly winning. I don't think the New Day are going to win. There'd be no point. I mean, if they do, then I don't know. But I don't see anything happening. I got Pretty Deadly winning. They're retaining. Again, this match is so random. You can't really you can't really say anything about it. So, yeah. I got the champs retaining pretty much. That's pretty much how I go about it. All right, next match, Isla Dawn, Alba Fire. How we got here is we had a NXT Women's Championship match, last woman standing. I want to say at this point it's been about maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks, but somewhere around that time period. And Alba Fire looked like she was about to win. Then Isla Dawn came out of nowhere, pushed Alba off the ladder. She went through the table, and the referee counted all the way to 10. Alba can get up, and Mandy retained. So that's pretty much how we got here. Isla Dawn cost Alba Fire the NXT Women's Championship. And now Alba Fire is out for revenge. I don't know much about Isla Dawn. I know she's from NXT UK. I know she's from there. Um, as I said previously before, I never really watched NXT UK like that to really know when certain people come that, I know who they are. I just don't know. I just never seen them in a match. That's pretty much what I'm saying. And this is the same case. This is probably just gonna be a one-off. I don't see it's becoming a bigger thing. If it becomes a bigger thing, it becomes a bigger thing. But this looks more like a one-off to me. So I'm gonna call it like I see it, and I'm pretty much gonna say Alba Fire wins, and then she just moves on to do whatever. I'm not gonna say she's gonna move on to a title match again because, quite frankly, she's already had so many that it's just like I don't know what's next. Which is probably why half of my brain is saying that it's not gonna be a one-off. Because if you already had all these matches with the NXT Women's Champion and then win, then you need something to do. So that's the only reason why I feel like it's not gonna be a one-off. But again, we'll see. But I got Alba Fire winning, getting her revenge. That's about it. All right, before we get into the first time ever matches, I will talk about the main event first. And it is the NXT title on the line as Braun Breaker defends against Apollo Crews. So Apollo returned to NXT. Sheesh, how long has it been? I think it's been about 6 months now. Maybe longer than that. But Apollo returned to NXT, and he pretty much said what anybody that's been pretty much that went down to NXT, I'm gonna win the NXT title. And more times than not, they've done it. Finn Balor did it. Finn Balor became great when he came back. Mandy Rose, you see what she's doing already. Like, from last year to now, you see what she's doing. Shit, when Dolph Ziggler went to NXT, he became the NXT champion. So, I don't really have a thought in my mind that Apollo won't do it. But my thing is, will it be tonight? Will it be tomorrow? Because I'm actually trying to figure out who is going to be next in line to beat Braun Breaker. And I never thought it'd be Apollo. But I'll get to that point. But, I don't think I've been wrestling with this point. I don't think I've been wrestling with this at all. At this point, I got Braun Breaker retaining. But I'll get to that. I will definitely get to that. Because I got a hunch about something. Now, you know me, I don't like saying I feel like this is gonna happen. I don't like to point to the future as a lot. I don't like doing that because then I'm just, if I predict something, right? If I predict something and then I'm predicting towards the future, like I'm gonna say, oh, Braun Breaker's gonna go stand. Well, actually, I did predict. I felt that. I feel that way too. But I'll get to it. But my point is, I don't like guessing what's gonna happen. Sometimes, like I do these prediction videos just to give you a thought. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of what I feel is gonna happen after this and then this and then this, I don't like doing that because I like to sit here and guess and try to figure out, okay, that's gonna happen, you know, or okay, you know what I'm saying? I like to sit here and watch. So for this particularly, I got Braun Breaker retaining. I got him retaining. I always thought Apollo was going to be the next person to take the title from Braun. But the way everything looks now and the way everything has been shaped, I don't think that way anymore. And that actually ties in to the matches that we're about to talk about right now. Because for the first time ever in NXT, we got Iron Survivor Challenge. Let me set the format. Let me set the scene for you. For the women, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Zoe Starks, Kiana James, and the fifth person to advance in this match, Indy Hartwell. For the men, Grayson Waller, Joe Gacy, JD McDonough, Axiom, who was the other guy who advanced on Tuesday to get into this match, and Carmelo Hayes. These are the 10 people who will be involved in the first time ever. Now, what is this match specifically? Well, this match pretty much goes in this, like this. So this match will be 25 minutes long. Now, the match is 25 minutes long. And if somebody scores a pinfall, you get a point, right? You get a point. So, like that's the simple part. If you get a pin, you get a point. However, if you get pinned, you not only lose a point, but there will be a penalty box. And you can be in there. You're gonna have to be in there for 90 seconds. Once the 90 seconds up, you're back in the match. So the person who scores the most pinfalls in 25 minutes, or I guess has the most points and scores the most pinfalls in 25 minutes, will be the Iron Survivor, first ever Iron Survivor, and will get a shot at the NXT titles. Now, in terms of that, for the women, I got Indy Hartwell winning. For the men, if you've been following me, I think you know where I'm going. I got Carmelo Hayes. For the women, I feel like Indy Hartwell's the only suitable winner. Kiana James, honestly, when I heard that name, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think she would be a part of this. I thought somebody like maybe a Nikita Lyons would be in it, you know, or something like that. But no, they said Kiana James. I was like, all right, cool. Roxanne already got hers, and I think she probably needs a little bit more momentum to get it. Zoe Starks already got hers. Cora Jade, I'm never sure of. So the only person I could ever think of is Indy Hartwell, cause she never got her shot, and I think I've been thinking she's going to get hers at some point. So this is probably the best match that she can do. She can win to get it. So I got, like, my heart is telling me Indy Hartwell. It's telling me. So I'm like, let Indy get a shot, and boom. Will she be the one to dethrone Mandy? That is the question that I can't really answer. But I damn sure got Indy Hartwell winning the women's. For the men, I think the suitable answer in the men has been for a long time. I'm saying a long time, like this match has been, like this match has been was made like 5 months ago. No, but for me, for a long time, Carmelo Hayes. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. Carmelo Hayes wins. And this ties into what I was saying before. I don't like guessing the future or predicting the future. I kind of don't, but I kind of do at the same time. So it's kind of double-edged sword. But how I feel, Carmelo Hayes wins the Iron Survivor Challenge, and he goes on to Stand and Deliver to face Braun Breaker, where I think somewhere in the back of my mind, Carmelo Hayes is the one to dethrone Braun Breaker. I feel like he's the one. I feel like. And Carmelo Hayes seems like the most suitable person to win because, let's see, Joe Gacy had his opportunity. He lost that. JD's had so many opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Grayson Waller has been set back a little bit after Halloween Havoc. Excuse me. And Axiom's just coming back from injury. So I think Carmelo Hayes is just the perfect person to win this match. Plus, it makes more sense. Before he lost the North American Championship, he was racking up wins after win after win. Like he had a lot of wins. So that builds up to the point where it's like, okay, well, he's the next one I see challenging for the NXT title. And I've been thinking that for a minute. So I got Carmelo Hayes and Indy Hartwell both becoming the Iron Survivors. I and Carmelo Hayes going to Stand and Deliver to take on Braun Breaker. I mean, if we do Indy versus Mandy at Stand and Deliver as well, I'm not mad at that. My thing is with the women's title, I'm just not sure if Indy wins, she's the one to dethrone Mandy. I don't know who's going to dethrone Mandy. I really don't. But Carmelo Hayes dethroning Braun is probably one of the few things I've sat here and said to myself, you know what, I see it happening. And I do see that happening. So like I said, Carmelo Hayes, Indy Hartwell, boom, Iron Survivors. And that is NXT Deadline. We got it tomorrow. I won't be home. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do tomorrow at work because I got so much to watch. I'll definitely watch Smack Volume 10. I won't watch Ring. I won't watch Final Battle tomorrow. I'll probably watch it when I'm home. I'll probably watch it Sunday just to see what happens. And the Warriors, Celtics, yeah, I'll probably watch that too. Depending on when Smack Volume 10 ends. But yeah, when I get home, I'll watch NXT Deadline. I'll do my review like I've been doing with everything. So you already know how I go. But until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love support. As always, you already know what it is, what it do, you already know what it do, what it does. You ain't gonna ask what it was, man. So until next time, peace, love 100. Yeah.